1019 KACQ.
Good afternoon. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. This newscast is service of Hoff Power Pawn and Gun. It was another quiet day for LPD yesterday. Once again, the overnight hours were quiet, and officers started off their day responding to a report of a suspicious vehicle at the high school and went out on a reported assault in the 700 block of South Hackberry. It remained quiet up until mid-afternoon when officers went out on a possession of a drug paraphernalia call in the 4000 block of South 183. Dispatchers sent them out on assault by threat at Walmart in the 6 o'clock hour, and officers wrapped up the day with a perpetual reckless driver complaint on Sunset and Hollywood around 7:30 last night. No arrests were made by the city or the county. Lomita worked the theft case. Kipner went out on a civil matter, a couple of shots fired call, checked out a suspicious person. County deputies worked a fraud case, a civil matter, a few animal complaints, and rolled out to Cove on a suicidal call. The burn ban remains lifted for Lampasas County. Stick around, more Lampasas local area news is just moments away.
Whoa. Hey now, what are you looking for?
I'm a little short on change. I'm craving some tacos, and payday is still 2 days away.
Well, you have all of this stuff sitting around here that you're not using right now, so why not take it up to Hoffy's Pawn and Gun and burn it and have some money to tide you over? And I also see you have stuff that you haven't used in a long time that you could just go sell, like this guitar that you were going to learn to play years ago.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I think I'll do just that. Tacos, here I come.
Hold up, I'll go with you. They take all kinds of stuff like guns, jewelry, musical instruments, laptops, tools, and a lot more. They also offer a large selection of quality new and used guns and pistols, as well as ammo. Hey, do you feel like venison?
No, I don't think so.
Hoffy's Pawn and Gun. Check them out online at hoffyspawnandgun.com or head to 201 South Water Street in Burnett for all of your pawn shop and gun needs.
And when you just want some extra money for tacos.
After millions of dollars, multiple delays, and plenty of headache, the new Lampasas County Law Enforcement Center and Jail held its grand opening yesterday afternoon. Around 250 people showed up for the celebration and toured the new facility. According to the Texas Tribune, Texas teachers are not eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine, effective immediately. All Texas vaccine providers should include all school staff, Head Start program staff, and child care staff in their vaccine administration program, according to a notice the Texas Department of State Health Services sent to providers. Those eligible are those who work in pre-primary, primary, and secondary schools, as well as Head Start and early Head Start programs, including teachers, staff, and bus drivers, and those who work as or for licensed child care providers, including center-based and family care providers, according to the federal directive. State health officials said earlier this week that they expect to finish vaccinating older and most vulnerable Texans in the next few weeks and broaden eligibility to include more Texans by the end of the month. That new group was expected to include teachers before yesterday's announcement, but officials have not said who else would be in the new 1C group. With COVID restrictions being lifted next week, what does that mean for Lampasas students and teachers? Lampasas ISD Superintendent Dr. Shane Rasco stated that he anticipates additional guidance from the Texas Educational Agency and will notify everyone as soon as he knows more. Texas doctors want you to keep wearing your mask, even if you've received the vaccine.
The governor of Texas eliminated the mask mandate, pointing to the rising number of COVID vaccines that the state is delivering. But doctors like Texas A&M epidemiologist Rebecca Fisher say there is no evidence to suggest that getting the shot will prevent you from spreading COVID.
The CDC has been very clear about masks must be worn still by individuals who are vaccinated.
She says Texans who are vaccinated could be catching and spreading COVID without even knowing it, since the vaccine keeps them from getting sick. Michael Board, TSN.
Organizers of the State Fair of Texas are looking ahead to this fall, and they say there's a good chance that the fair will be able to return.
Almost all of the events associated with the State Fair of Texas were canceled in 2020 to help limit the spread of COVID-19. Carissa Condianis with the State Fair of Texas says that had a big economic impact.
The fair has hundreds of small businesses that operate on the fairgrounds throughout our 24-day run and rely on the fair for their livelihood. So the loss of the fair in 2020 was devastating.
She says they are optimistic about the state's increasing vaccination rate and the decline in coronavirus cases. They will decide this summer if the event can return to Fair Park in Dallas this fall. Stephen Pickering, TSN News.
In sports, Lady Badger softball heads to the Salado tournament today against Cove with their first pitch at 1 and Eastview tomorrow to take on Marble Falls at 1. Badger baseball is in Killeen tournament today, taking on Ellison with the first pitch at 5:30. Then it's over to Harker Heights tomorrow for a 3 o'clock game.
For your COVID-19 update, yesterday's estimated active COVID numbers around the region reported from the state shows Bell County up 24 with 483 active cases. Coryell County up half a dozen with 551, 177 of those being inside the Cove City limits. Burnett up 7 with 485, Mills down 1 at 60, San Saba down a dozen with 37, and Hamilton up 3 with 31. Here locally, as of Tuesday, Lampasas County is reporting 16 active cases. The number of fatalities remained at 25 and 2 remain hospitalized. The number of total cases in the county stands at 2,054.
Thank you to our viewers. We'll see you again next time. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news.